was the worst teacher in your school's history? I was trying to find my classes on the first day of freshman year, and I was completely lost. I walked up to these random guys in the hallway and asked if they could help me find my math teacher's room. They said sure, so I showed them the room number. They looked at it and instantly started dying laughing, like bent over. Couldn't breathe type of laughing. I was so confused. What's so funny about room 204? One of them finally caught his breath and asked if I knew who my teacher was. I said no, and they laughed even harder. This guy named Wade was like, well, you're about to find out. I asked what he meant, and they told me my math teacher has a reputation for being the worst teacher in the entire school's history. Not just bad, legendary bad. Apparently our school is literally known for how terrible she is. Perfect. First period. First day of high school. And I'm stuck with the worst teacher ever. They walked me to her classroom and I stepped inside. It looked like a prison. All the desks were lined up in perfect rows like we were inmates, and the chairs looked like they came from the actual 1800s. Then I saw her. This old white lady with the meanest face I'd ever seen. I couldn't tell if that was just her face or if she was mad. But either way, it was terrifying. She told me to sit down in the most demanding voice ever, and I sat down immediately. For the entire hour. She didn't teach us a single thing. Just went over rules. The most insane rules I've ever heard. If you broke any of them, 50% off your grade. Just like that. One rule was no electronics. All our work was supposed to be online. Another one was don't stand up. What if I need to sharpen a pencil? What if I have to use the bathroom? Apparently none of that mattered. The next day she had a sub, and the second kids realized she wasn't there. The entire class went feral, like gorillas in a zoo cage. Kids were screaming, throwing stuff, complete chaos. The substitute looked terrified. She was writing down names left and right, but it didn't matter. One kid literally threw a chair across the room. Another one grabbed a permanent marker and started drawing all over the walls, writing, "This is payback." It was a complete disaster. I just sat there trying to stay out of it. The next day I walked to class and there was like a dark aura coming from the room. When I walked in, she was just standing there staring at everyone while they had their heads down. She told me to sit and put my head down too. After a few minutes of silence, she started reading off everything the sub wrote down. Every single thing that happened. Then she asked if anyone wanted to confess. Complete silence. Then she smiled. Not a happy smile. A villain smile. She started listing off consequences. Everyone's grade dropped 70%. Every day there will be a test on what we learned every day. And I'm not teaching you anything anymore. You'll have to figure it out on your own. The whole class was in shock. She basically just told us she was setting us up to fail.